Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Tonight, we are going to be bringing you the Yokohama DeNA BayStars and the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters. A little bit of a late change from what we had originally had on the docket. As the game between the Tigers and the Buffaloes, we were struggling to get our feed. So this one here, we had the backup plan in place, thankfully. And we will be bringing you the BayStars and the Fighters tonight. We'll have to take a look at tomorrow to see maybe if we can jump back and get the Tigers and the Buffaloes in for that one. But first of all, we're going to give the starting lineup, first of all, from the visitors from Yokohama. Leading off and playing in right field wearing number 4 is Ryuki Watari. Batting second and playing third base is number 44, Taiki Ishikami. Hitting third and left field wearing number 7 is Kaida Sano. The cleanup spot and playing second base is number 2, Shugo Maki. Hitting in the fifth spot and playing first base is number 3, Tyler Austin. Batting in the sixth spot and in center field is number 1, Masayuki Kuwahara. Hitting seventh and doing the catching is Yudai Yamamoto. He wears number 50. Batting in the eighth spot is the shortstop wearing 00, Takumu Hayashi. And batting ninth is the pitcher wearing number 59, Kintaro Taira. And they are going to be facing the lefty. It's going to be Takeaki Kato, who takes to the hill for the Fighters here tonight in exhibition baseball, as he is just completing his warm-up tosses. That is your lineup here tonight. We will give you the starting lineups for Yokohama in the bottom half of the inning. He is completing his warm-up tosses here. Kato will be ready to get this one underway here in just a couple moments. First look at the BayStars this year, and they've had a lot of moves in their offseason. Of course, Trevor Bauer no longer with the ball club, but it is going to be an interesting piece to watch these ones play. They were a playoff team last year in 2023, and they have added some other pieces to the puzzle this year, including Anthony Kay and Rowan Wick at the back end of the bullpen. And the first pitch of the ball game is underway, and it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Watari. So no balls and 1 strike. 18 for 44 in the exhibition season for the right fielder. Having a pretty good start. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes it is. The left-hander Kato kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded softly over to second. Moving into the 4-hole is the second baseman Mizuno. He fields it and throws to first, and that is going to retire Watari for the first out of the inning. It goes in the books as a ground out, 4-3. For out number 1. So 1 up and 1 away. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Taiki Ishikami. And for Ishikami, he's had himself an exhibition where he's 14 for 41. He's hitting 341 for the BayStars. He swings at the first pitch. It's swung on, taken on 1 hop by the second baseman, Mizuno, who's already been a busy man here tonight, and 2 batters up and 2 groundouts. Goes in the books as a 4-3 groundout, although that one was more of a 1-hopper, as that ball was hit right on the screws, as opposed to the first one, which was just a plain rollover to the second baseman. So 2 in the books, and that leaves it up to Kaida Sano. Another left-handed batter coming to the plate here against the left-handed pitcher Kato. We've talked about this in the past, that the Japanese don't really care about the lefty-lefty matchups. They all run a whole dose of lefties out to the mound, as the first pitch is a fastball that backs Sano off of the plate, and the count is quickly 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Lefty delivers. It's a fastball that's taken for a called strike, and the count now goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Lefty Sano wastes very little time. Kato wastes very little time. He goes back at Sano and delivers a fastball that just misses outside, and the count is now 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Lefty delivers, and it's swung on. It is lifted into deep right field. Camping out underneath it is Chusei Manami. He's there, and he makes the catch. And that is going to retire Kaida Sano. So the BayStars go very quietly in their half of the first inning. They go 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are through 1/2 inning. It's the BayStars 0, and the Fighters coming to bat Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in, whether you listen live or on delay. You're listening to the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back. Exhibition baseball from Japan when we return. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to be giving you the starting lineups for the home team, the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters. Leading off tonight and playing in left field is Andrew Stevenson. Batting second and in center field is number 7, Go Matsumoto. Hitting third and in right field is number 66, Chusei Manami. And the cleanup spot and playing first base is number 2, Ariel Martinez. And the fifth spot, it is Yuki Nomura, and he's going to play third base. Batting sixth, the designated hitter, number 99, Franmil Reyes. Hitting seventh and doing the catching is Hiroza Tamiya. Batting eighth at second base is number 43, Tetsuki Mizuno. And batting ninth, the shortstop, wearing number 56, is Ryohei Hosokawa. And they are going to be facing the right-hander, and Kentaro Taira, who takes to the hill here. He has a 3.86 ERA in the exhibition season. He is getting the start here tonight for the BayStars. So BayStars ready to go here on defense, and that'll be Andrew Stevenson stepping to the plate. Hitting 341 in the exhibition season so far. And he drops a bunt down. It goes down the third base line, but it just goes foul. That's going to quickly run the count to 0-1. Stevenson, the former Washington National, we got a chance to see him pitch last week. And it was an interesting, or pitch last week, to hit last week. And it looks like he is the kind of player that may fit in very well in the NPB. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball that just misses outside, and the count is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Stevenson. Stevenson, Matsumoto, and Manami here to get things going in the bottom of the first inning. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball swung on. It is popped up over into shallow left field. Moving back on it is the shortstop Hayashi, but coming in and making the catch is Kaida Sano. So 1 up and 1 away here for the Fighters in the bottom half of the first. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, Go Matsumoto. Matsumoto looking to have a bounce-back season this year, as last season he fell off significantly with his batting average. He was the Pacific League batting champion in the 2022 season, but he's off to a good start here in spring training. 10 for 28 with a 357 average. And there's a first pitch fastball swung on. This ball is lined down the right field line. It's into the corner, and it is just going to go foul. That's going to be 1 strike here to Matsumoto. I have to say, a couple of years ago when I watched the Fighters play, they were very difficult to watch. I think this Fighter team here is going to be fighting for that last playoff spot in the Pacific League this year. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow right field. Moving back on it, and underneath it is the second baseman, Shugo Maki, as he backpedals and makes the catch. And Matsumoto is retired for the second out of the inning. 2 up and 2 away. Fighters a couple of years ago, they were difficult. They were a young team to watch. They'd got rid of a lot of their veteran players. And the manager, Shinjo, was working with a very young group of players. And they've got some players like Chusei Manami coming to bat here who have taken their game to another level. Yuki Nomura, the third baseman, as well. And then they've added some international pieces around these players that are going to make them be able to compete in the Pacific League, as that fastball is taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. I think, in my opinion, the Buffaloes and the Hawks should make the playoffs, but after that, outside of that, I think the Eagles, the Marines, and the Fighters could all be vying for the third spot. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Manami as the pitch is on its way. Breaking ball swung on. It is broken the bat. Grounded over to the third baseman, Ishikami. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Manami as he runs down the line with the end of the bat in his hand. That goes as a ground out 5-3. He's gone for out number 3, and that's going to do it here for the Fighters in their half of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're through one complete in Hokkaido. Your score is the BayStars 0 and the Fighters 0. Stick around. We'll be back with the top of the second in just a few after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the second inning. It'll be the heart of the batting order to come to bat for the BayStars. Shugo Maki, Tyler Austin, and Masayuki Kuwahara slated to come to bat here to face the left-hander Takayuki Kato. Will begin his second inning of work. Both of the pitchers tonight very efficient this evening here so far, as neither one has really had to break a sweat. 8 pitches in the first inning for the left-hander Kato. And he's going to be facing the captain of the BayStars in Shugo Maki. Maki hitting .296, 8 for 27 in the exhibition season. As the left-hander kicks and delivers a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. The lineup here for the BayStars is a very dangerous offensive lineup, as the lefty delivers a very slow breaking ball at 92 kilometers an hour. It misses way outside. That would have been in the 50s for miles per hour. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Shugo Maki. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to the left side. Fielding it deep in the 6 hole is the shortstop, Hosokawa. He throws to first, but it's not going to be in time. That's going to be the first base runner of the game. That's going to be a single for Shugo Maki. He's aboard with a leadoff single, and that's going to bring up the first baseman, Tyler Austin. Well, defensively tonight for the Fighters, from left to right field, it is Andrew Stevenson in left, Go Matsumoto's in center, and Chusei Manami is the right fielder. Around the horn from first to third, Martinez is at first, Mizuno at second, Hosokawa at short. The third baseman is Nomura with the battery of Kato and Tamiya. Austin hitting .182 in the exhibition season, takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Tyler Austin spent time with the New York Yankees organization, and then he bounced around after that. San Francisco Giants, Minnesota Twins, Milwaukee Brewers, all on the docket. And Austin had some injury woes in Major League Baseball as that fastball misses down and the count goes even to 1-1. He had a really good rookie campaign with the Yankees and had some issues with his feet and also had some problems. I think it was a bench brawl in Boston where he also got himself hurt a little bit. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled away over the first base dugout. The count goes to 1-2. But you look at Austin, and he really fills out the uniform quite well. He's a big physical guy. He's got some juice in his stick. The only problem is, can he stay healthy? They freed up some space, did the BayStars, as Neftali Soto is no longer with the club this year. So there should be some opportunity for the import players to get some more time in Yokohama as that fastball misses down and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first, Mackey. Nobody out here in the second inning. Tyler Austin batting with a 2-2 count. The lefty Kato works to the belt. Checks the runner at first. Now he kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats down the right field line. Keeps the count at 2-2. So a slight change in our schedule. Originally, as we mentioned at the top of the stream, we were supposed to be doing the Fighters and the Buffaloes tonight. Couldn't get a reliable stream. We're doing this game here between the Fighters and the BayStars. That was what we were looking to do tomorrow night. So we'll take a look to see if we're going to stay with these two clubs or if we may bounce and do one of the others. I'd like to try to see maybe the Swallows before the season starts. It's one of the teams we haven't seen. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled away, and count remains at 2-2 to Tyler Austin. But it all gets going later in the week. We will call the opening day game between the Hawks and the Buffaloes. Personally, I think that's a preview of the Pacific League Climax Series. I think both of those teams are on a collision course for that in 2024. As there's a breaking ball that misses down, they appeal over to the first base umpire, but they say Tyler Austin didn't go, and it runs the count full. It looked like it was a breaking ball, but upon replay, it looked like he was holding it like a split finger pitch. Ball had a lot of left-to-right movement. It's a split finger pitch. It was a low 3/4 arm action, acted a little differently. There's a fastball swung on, and this is fouled away, and the count remains at 3-2. This is now turning into a marathon at bat here. This is going to be pitch number 9 coming up. So for Kato, who was very efficient in the first inning, only throwing 8 pitches, he's thrown 9 here to Tyler Austin by himself. 19 pitches so far for the Hokkaido left-hander. So here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on. Ball's lifted into deep right center field. Moving back on it is Manami. He makes the catch. And retreating back to first base is going to be Mackey, and Austin is in the books. He's gone for out number 1. He hit the ball. He gave it a ride, just not far enough. So 1 in the books, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Masayuki Kuwahara, as he strides to the plate, ready to face Kato for the first time. He is 2 for 4 in the exhibition season. He gets the nod in center field here tonight. As the left-hander works set to the belt, he checks the runner, now delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Kuwahara. Yokohama DeNA BayStars, one of the playoff teams last year, they ended up bowing out to the Hiroshima Carp in the first round of the playoffs. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on. It is lifted down the right field line, but it's going to reach the seats. The count is 0-2 to Kuwahara. So no balls and 2 strikes. Lefty rubs up a new baseball, ready to go back to work again. As he works himself set to the belt, here comes the pitch. Kicks and delivers. Fastball down. There goes Mackey to second. The throw gets away from the shortstop, Hosokawa, who was covering the bag. In safely with a stolen base is Shugo Mackey. Had a good jump on the lefty. And Mackey is going to take the base. Pitch was down and in. Tough pitch for the catcher to have to get and then to come up and make a good throw. Throw was to the right field side of second base. So Mackey is at second now in scoring position. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kuwahara. Sato checks the runner, now delivers. Breaking ball swung on, tap back to the pitcher. They've got Mackey hung up between second and third. They throw it down to second base, and Mackey gets back in time. It looks like the shortstop was a little slow to get to the base. The throw from Kato was not the best. And that's going to allow Kuwahara to reach first base. They're going to rule that as a fielder's choice. So on the comebacker, they get nothing. They had Mackey hung up. Throw from Kato was to the right field side of second base. The tag applied by the shortstop, Hosokawa, was not in time. So that puts runners at first and second, and it's going to bring up Yudai Yamamoto to the plate. It's a tough break, and we got our friend Titus in the house. He says he's battling a bad fever of 105 and coughing. That's not good to hear. I'm sorry to hear that. First pitch breaking ball misses outside. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Yamamoto. Yamamoto batting 200 in the exhibition season. He's 4 for 20. Batting here from the right side. That pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back, and the count goes even at 1-1. Titus asks how things are going. Things are going pretty good. We had to jump off of the Buffalo Tigers stream because we didn't have a good feed or a reliable one. So we flipped it over quickly to do this one here between the Fighters and the Yokohama DeNA BayStars. So we're glad to be making the call here. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled away, and it's going to reach the seats over behind the first base dugout, and the count is 1-2 to Yamamoto. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lefty Kato gets himself a new baseball, and he's ready to go back at it here to the right-handed hitting catcher of the BayStars. Checks the runner, now delivers. Breaking ball that misses down and away. They appeal to the first base umpire, but they say Yamamoto didn't go. That runs the count now to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yamamoto waggling the bat. The lefty Kato getting the sign from the catcher Tamiya. So they've had a couple opportunities in this inning. The stolen base. Better throw would have maybe got Mackey. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on, grounded back to the pitcher, and Kato throws to second for 1, back to first, and it's a double play. That's going to go in the books as a 1-6-3 variety, but I think Kato's going to have to get back on the training ground because that throw to second base was an adventure. Nice job by the shortstop, Hosokawa, to be able to pick it out of the dirt. But they do get the outs. Kuwahara retired at second for out number 2, and Yamamoto on the back end for 3. No runs in the inning. There was a hit. There was no errors, and there was a runner left aboard. We are now through 1.5 innings. It is the BayStars no score and the Fighters no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the second inning, and it's going to be the heart of the batting order coming up for the Fighters. It'll be Martinez, Nomura, and Reyes to come to bat. As it is Ariel Martinez, who's getting the start at first base tonight, followed by, as we said, Nomura and Reyes to face Kentaro Taira. Martinez, in his beginning his second season with the Fighters, he started his NPB career with the Chinichi Dragons. He has been a stabilizing force and a good veteran presence, the Cuban. As the first pitch on the way is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Martinez batting .361 in the exhibition season, 13 for 36. He's got a homer and 10 runs driven in. As the pitch on the way is a fastball swung on and grounded foul over by the third base coach's box. Count now goes to 0-2. When Martinez joined the Dragons, it had been a number of years that a import catcher had got behind the plate and was playing in Japan. There are certain positions that they look for, certain positions that they can train and do very well with. As that breaking ball misses down and the count is 1-2. Usually catchers are something that the Japanese can produce and produce very well. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and usually not necessarily a need, as the 1-2 is on the way. Fastball, take it for a called third strike at the knees, and Martinez is in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Yuki Nomura. Defensively tonight for the BayStars, from left to right field, Sano is in left. The center fielder is Kuhara. Right fielder is Watari. As the offering is on the way from Tyre, it's a fastball swung on, is lifted into deep center field. Camping out underneath it in front of the warning track is the center fielder Kuwahara, and that's going to put Nomura away for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and it leaves it all up to Franmil Reyes. Around the horn for the BayStars, Austin is at first, Maki is at second, the shortstop is Hayashi, and the third baseman tonight is Ishikami, with the battery of Taira and Yamamoto. So 2 in the books, and Franmil Reyes striding to the plate. Big fella batting from the right side gets the DH nod tonight. The first pitch is a breaking ball swung on it, is popped up into right field. And moving back on it is Maki. Coming in on it is the right fielder, Watari, and he is neither are going to make the catch. That's going to drop in there. That ball had some blood on it. You're going to have to wipe it off, as it was able to get down. Franmil Reyes has the first hit of the night for the Fighters. He is aboard with a 2-out single. That will bring up the catcher, Hiroza Tamiya. Our friend Josh is in the house here. We appreciate you for being here. Josh says he's looking for the stream, but checking out the Eagles game in the meantime. Appreciate you, Josh, for jumping in. It's a couple exhibition games tonight and tomorrow, and as we said, we had a late change on this one here. We were going to do these 2 teams tomorrow night. We may make a schedule change for tomorrow, as that is a breaking ball that misses to Tamiya, and the count is 1-0. Tamiya batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Tyra, and the pitch is a split finger pitch swung on and missed, and the count goes even at 1. Our friend Zay in the house tonight as well. I know Zay is a fan of the Fighters. We appreciate your support as always. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And there's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. And the count now goes to 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. It looked like it was a 2-seam fastball that had some arm side run to it. Just caught the outside corner. Here comes the 1-2. Right-hander Tyra works to the set. Checks the runner. Now delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. And Tamiya in the books for the third out of the inning, and that will do it here. No runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and there was a 1 runner left the board. We are now through 2 complete. The score is the BayStars 0 and the Fighters 0. We're skipping along pretty quick here. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you all for listening in with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top half of the third inning, and slated to come to bat is the 8, 9, and 1 hitters for the BayStars. Interestingly enough, the BayStars are using the pitcher. They're not using a DH in these exhibition games. We've seen that a few times, is that the Central League teams, as they now start to get closer to the season, will have their pitchers hit in these exhibition games. Got to get them ready to be able to either bunt or swing the bat once the season begins. Whereas the Pacific League teams are using their designated hitters. So advantage Pacific League teams, one would think. Fastball delivered to Hayashi. Take it for a called strike. Quick count is quickly 0-1. Hayashi 9 for 31 in the exhibition season. He's batting .290. He takes a breaking ball down and away, and the count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Lefty kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. This is lifted back. It's going to reach the seats. Runs the count to 1-2. It's a better crowd tonight in Hokkaido at Escon Field for this one. We saw the exhibition game that the Fighters played about a week and a half or 2 weeks ago, and the crowd was quite sparse. And there's a fastball taken at the knees for a called third strike. Oh, Hayashi watched that one go by. And he is out for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the pitcher, Kentaro Taira. But it is the exhibition season. It was the Yomiuri Giants who we saw play. Very interesting that particular night, as the Fighters had the first 2 players aboard, and then they grounded into a triple play to end that first inning. First pitch fastball that just misses upstairs to Taira, and the count is 1-0. I've seen triple plays before, but I never saw a triple play have to call it live like that one. Fastball misses outside. It's now 2-0. It reminded me of, I believe it was the Minnesota Twins rolled a couple of triple plays in one game, and they were the 5-4-3 variety years ago. Maybe it was the Astros. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now is 2-1 to Taira. One of the highlight reels, it was just so quickly. As there's a fastball taken for a called strike. It's now 2-2. Third baseman had to go toward the bag. The momentum took him right to the bag where he could tag it, and then it was just the 4-3 portion around the horn to finish it off. And there's a fastball taken at the knees for a called third strike. Back-to-back strikeouts and back-to-back hitters have gone window shopping here, as the pitcher, Kato, put it right at the knees, and that is going to retire Taira for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring up the top of the order, and Ryuki Watari. Well, with Watari tonight, 0 for 1. He grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. His exhibition average is dropped. He's now 18 for 40. That's on the exhibition season. First pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. He's definitely in a groove. There's a fastball swung on, and it's rolled over to first. Fielded neatly by Martinez. He flips it over to the pitcher, Kato, covering, and that is going to do it. It's going to go in the books as a ground out, 3-1. That's out number 3, and we're going to be going to the bottom of the third in just a moment. No runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. Your score as we move to the last half of the third, it is the BayStars nothing and the Fighters nothing. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging out here with us tonight. Exhibition baseball, we're getting the kinks out as we're getting ready for the start of the season coming up in just over a week's time. Hang out, everybody. We'll be right back. It is going to be the bottom of the third coming up when we return in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging out with us tonight on your late Friday or Saturday night. We'll be right back in just a few.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want to baseball instruction? See Coach Fred. You want to learn about golf? Do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 8-9 and 1-2, 8-9 and 1 hitters slated to come to bat for the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters here in the last half of the third inning. That means it's going to be Mizuno Hosokawa and the top of the order, Andrew Stevenson. So interested to see how this is going to look. Mizuno batting from the left side, making his first appearance at plate tonight. He is hitting .294 in the exhibition season, 10 for 34. He waggles the bat, waiting here on the first offering from the right-hander who kicks and delivers. And Tyra delivers a fastball that just misses upstairs for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Only real traffic, only one time has a runner been in scoring position, and that was Shugo Maki for the BayStars. And there's a fastball swung on. It's lifted into center field. Moving back underneath it and camping out is Kuwahara, and he's going to make the catch. And Mizuno is going to be gone for the first out of the inning. So one up and one away. That'll bring up the shortstop, Ryohei Hosokawa. For Hosokawa, getting the start tonight as the shortstop. Batting from the left side here is the first pitch is on its way. And it is a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. Hosokawa is struggling with the bat in this exhibition season. 3 for 21. As Tyra kicks and delivers. There's a pitch that's down in the dirt. And it's swung on and fouled away by Hosokawa. It's definitely not the plate discipline that you would want from your 9-hole hitter. A bit of a weird foul ball as well. It ended up catching Yamamoto on the inside of the leg. So no balls and 2 strikes. As the right-hander kicks and fires a fastball that misses up and away, and the count goes to 1-2 on Hosokawa. As we said, we're getting the kinks out as much as everybody else here. Get ourselves ready for the season in just over a week's time as the 1-2 is on the way. Fastball misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Check that. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hosokawa. As I said, we're getting our kinks out here as well. It's pitch on the way is a slow breaking ball missing outside. It's now 3-2 to the 9-hole hitter. Do enjoy making the call on the games, and definitely, hopefully, we'll have our audience back again this year like we had last year. Fastball swung on, lifted into shallow center field. Coming in on it is the center fielder. Making the catch is Kuwahara, and that is going to retire Hosokawa for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and it'll bring up the top of the order in Andrew Stevenson. As I mentioned before, I didn't get a chance to see much of Stevenson in the big leagues. He was a Washington National. And he bats here from the left side. He's a physical player, 14 for 42, hitting .333 in the exhibition season. He takes a first pitch breaking ball at the knees for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. Stevenson batting from the left side. He's a lanky player. Can run a little bit. Tried to show bunt his first time up as he swings through a fastball. And count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. And here comes the offering from the right-hander, Tyra, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. Is lifted into center field. Coming hard on it and making the diving catch is the center fielder, Kuwahara, who made all the plays in this half inning. He was busy. He had a deep fly ball. He had one that he had to really come in on, and this one here was a bit of an in-betweener. So now he has retired the entire side for the Fighters in the third. We are really moving along quickly here. We've completed 3 innings at Escon Field in Hokkaido. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. You're now through 3 complete. Your score is the BayStars nothing, and the Fighters nothing. Hang out with us, everybody. We'll be back in a bit. We appreciate you guys for hanging with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Nothing as we are moving to the top of the fourth inning. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us tonight. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be inning number 4 here for the lefty Kato, as he has going to be facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to come to bat for the BayStars. That would be Ishikami, Sano, and Maki. Ishikami 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to second his first time up. It was actually a one-hop shot. 14 for 42. He's hitting .333 in the exhibition season. Takes a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Lefty kicks and delivers, and the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 1 ball and 1 strike. 40 pitches through the first 3 innings for the lefty Kato. As he kicks and fires, it's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away over on the first base side. Count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as the left-hander ready to go again, facing the left-handed hitting Ishikami, who kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded over to second, fielded neatly by Mizuno, throws to first, and Ishikami's in the books on a groundout 4-3. 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the left fielder Kaida Sano. Well, for Sano tonight, he is 0 for 1. He flew out to deep right field his first time up. So Sano strides to the plate. The BayStars have had 1 runner to second base in this ball game. The Fighters have had no one past first base tonight for themselves. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1 to Sano. A few regulars missing from both of these teams' lineups. And this one here is the fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2. One would have to think that we'll see some of the other players. Certainly Miyazaki, the third baseman for the BayStars, not getting the start in this one here tonight. As the lefty kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, softly grounded over to short. Fielded by the shortstop, Hosokawa. He throws to first, and that's going to retire Sano on a groundout 6-3. He's in the books for out number 2, and that's going to bring up the second baseman, Shugo Maki. So one would think that Sakane, also not in the lineup tonight, will be a regular. And I'm thinking that Ito is probably going to be the regular catcher as well. As the first pitch is offered, it's a breaking ball to Maki taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. At the same point in time, getting a chance to see some of the other players get an opportunity to play. There's a fastball swung on and fouled straight back, and the count is now 0-2 to Shugo Maki. Got a good view of that replay to Maki. He was right on time with the pitch. The Ball was fouled straight back. So no balls and 2 strikes. As Kato is ahead. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, Mackey stood there like the house by the side of the road. That's the 3rd strikeout tonight that BayStars have watched go by. And that is going to put Mackey in the books for out number 3. Well, there was no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're moving to the bottom of the 4th inning. Your score is the Fighters nothing and the BayStars nothing. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back with all the action. We return after this. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight. The Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Fighters and BayStars locked at 0s when we return. Nothing, everybody. BayStars and the Fighters locked at 0s. We'll be back in just a bit with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the batting order. That means Go Matsumoto, Chusei Manami, and Ariel Martinez slated to come to bat to face the right-hander Kentaro Taira. And we're ready to resume action here as Matsumoto 0 for 1 tonight. He popped out to the second baseman his first time up. 10 for 29 now in the exhibition season, hitting 345. Batting from the right side against the right-hander, who kicks and delivers a fastball that just misses outside for ball 1. Count is 1-0 to Matsumoto. Matsumoto waiting here on the offering as the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on, is grounded on one hop over to Mackey. Fields it neatly, throws to first. Matsumoto in the books. It's a ground out 4-3. He's gone for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the right fielder Chusei Manami. This game here has got an incredible clip to it here. We are in the bottom half of the 4th inning. We're not even an hour deep into the game. I don't want to jinx myself, but I do believe it is only going to go 9 innings tonight, like most of the other exhibition games across the NPB. But we'll have to wait and see if there's any changes to that. Chusei Manami stepping up to the plate. He is 0 for 1 in this one. He's grounded to third his only time up. Takes a breaking ball down and away, and the count is 1-0. We'll give you some scores from around the NPB, as there is all the action going on except for the game at the Balluna Dome, which will be a later start. There is a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count goes to 1-1. Eagles and Giants, bottom of the 3rd inning, are locked at 0s. Top of the 4th inning, Dragons and Marines are also locked at 0s. Tigers have a 1-0 lead over the Buffaloes. That's in the top of the 4th inning. As the right-hander Taira kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on and tap foul behind home plate on the third base side. Count goes to 1-2 on Manami. The only other game, it was an earlier start. It's in the bottom of the 7th inning. At the PayPay Dome in Fukuoka, the Hawks have a 5-1 lead over the Carp. That game was the earlier start on the docket. So we mentioned tonight, originally we were looking to do the Tigers and the Buffaloes. Pitch on the way, fastball misses outside, count goes to 2-2, but we couldn't get a reliable stream. So we picked up this one here to give you guys the call. We'll have to make a decision if we are going to stay with these 2 teams tomorrow night. That was originally the plan, was to give you these 2 tomorrow. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball misses down, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Manami. Martinez and Nomura slated to follow, with one gone here in the last half of the fourth. Tyra now kicks and delivers. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses inside. That's going to be a free pass for Manami. He's aboard. That's the first walk allowed tonight by the right-hander Tyra, only the second base runner. And that's going to bring up the first baseman Ariel Martinez. Both of these pitchers have been around the zone tonight. They've been very economical in their pitches, and they have had some help defensively as well. So Martinez striding to the plate. He struck out looking his first time up. I often wonder what the backdrop at Escon Field would be like. They have the batter's eye, so obviously there, but the brightness in center field, I wonder how that plays to the players. There's a fastball swung on, grounded back through the pitcher, over to the second baseman who has booted the ball. Shugo Maki just turned a double play ball into an error. That's going to be E4 to him. It's going to put runners at first and second. That right there should have ended the inning because the ball was struck firmly. It actually went off the glove of the pitcher. He got it on an in-between hop. He still had time, and that ball ended up rolling away from him. Couldn't get anybody out. But the way he was positioned was in a great spot to be able to roll two, but that's going to bring up the third baseman, Yuki Nomura. Well, Nomura tonight is 0 for 1. He flew to center field his only trip to the plate. But he's got a chance here to open up the scoring. 11 for 39. He's hitting .282 in the exhibition season. So right-hander against the right-hander. Tyra gets his sign from his catcher, Yamamoto. He works set to the belt. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken on the outside corner for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. That last pitch had a little bit of backdoor run to it. I just caught the outside corner. So no balls and one strike. Tyra ready to go again. He checks the runner Manami at second. Now delivers. Breaking ball misses outside. Count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Interested to see how long that the managers will stay with the starters here. It's been the games that we've seen, usually 5 innings. If they can get that far, they'll take them out there. Some of the teams are also rolling in their other starters on the piggybacking them, not necessarily giving the relievers the opportunity. So they'll roll both a starter and then another starter as that fastball swung on and fouled away right at home plate. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nomura. So curious to see what the decisions of these two coaches would be. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second, Manami. Runner at first, Martinez. 1 gone here in the bottom of the fourth. This is the biggest threat that the Fighters have had thus far. Pitch is a fastball missing down and away, and the count goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. Our friend Jason is in the house here. Appreciate you for popping in. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Waiting here on the offering is the right-handed hitting Nomura. Tyra holds set at the belt, checking the runner at second, Manami. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, balls lifted into right field. Coming hard is the right fielder, sliding and making the catch. Nice play there by the right fielder, Watari. He gets up and he fires it into second base, and they almost doubled off Manami. But he gets back safely sliding in. That's going to be the second out of the inning. Nomura hit that ball hard, went the other way with it. Nice piece of hitting. He's gone for out number 2, and it's going to leave it all up to the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes. Jason is giving the update 1 moment. Yeah, we just did the scores from around the league a minute ago. Obviously, the big score line right now is in Fukuoka. Hawks leading the Carp 5-1 late in that ball game. So here comes the first offering as Reyes is ready to go. And he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1 to Reyes. Reyes, his first time up, reached base on a base hit. It was a bloop single to right field. 1-for-1 tonight for Franmil. I'm curious to see how this is going to play out for Reyes. He had a couple good seasons with the Cleveland Indians, and then it was like they just had enough. He was striking out, couldn't get out of the funk, and they just outright released him. Breaking ball misses down and in. The count goes to 1-1. Bounced around a little bit last year, and now he finds himself in Japan. Two things could really happen. He could either really click and finish off his career in Japan, or he could pull a Justin Bohr like he did when he was with the Hanshin Tigers and be absolutely terrible. There's a ground ball hit over to short, fielded neatly by Hayashi. He flips it over to Maki at second. That's going to be a fielder's choice, and that is going to do it. That's going to retire Martinez 6-4 at second base. He's gone for out number 3, and Taira is able to survive the error by Shugo Maki. Well, they had no runs in the inning. There was no hits. There was an error, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We're now through 4 complete. It is the BayStars nothing and the Fighters nothing. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us. Stick around. We'll be back with all the calls right after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the top of the 5th inning. This game is rocketing right along as we've got 4 quick, complete innings. It is going to be Tyler Austin, Masayuki Kuwahara, and Yudai Yamamoto to come to bat here for the BayStars. Austin 0-for-1 tonight. He flew out to deep right field his first time up. First pitch is on the way. It's a very slow breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Last pitch checked in at 57 miles an hour on the gun. So here comes the 0-1 offering. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on and lifted foul over on the first base side. Reaches well into the seats. And Kato is ahead at 0-2. Singing the praises of Tyler Austin in his last at-bat. I really like to see him be able to have a healthy full season. He's been in Japan for a couple seasons now. A breaking ball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-2. I didn't get a chance to see him play last year when I was in Japan. I did see Soto in that ball game for Yokohama. It was the only time I saw the BayStars. Was at their place playing the Carp. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball waved out and missed, and Austin quickly goes in the books for out number 1. 1 up and 1 away here in the 5th inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Masayuki Kuwahara. Defensively tonight, Kuwahara has had a busy night. He has been involved in 4 of the putouts so far. So 4 of the 12 outs. 1/3 has been his responsibility. He bats from the right side, and the first pitch is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into shallow right field. Moving back is the second baseman, Mizuno. He's going to make the catch. Kuwahara in the books for out number 2. That is going to bring up the catcher, Yudai Yamamoto. So Yamamoto 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded into the 1-6-3 double play in the second inning. Killed the opportunity for the BayStars. Really, the BayStars, that was their best opportunity. That's a chance to score some runs. And the pitch is on the way. It's a slow breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1. And there's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to short. Fielded neatly by the shortstop, Hosokawa. He throws to first. And Yamamoto's in the books. This game continues to cruise as we go down 1-2-3 here in the 5th inning to the BayStars. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left the board. We are now moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. Your score is the BayStars 0, the Fighters 0. Hang with us, everybody. This game is in a full-on speed. They must have discount ramen somewhere tonight because both these teams want to get out of here as quick as they possibly can. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 5th inning, and slated to come to bat will be the 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Fighters. Tamiya, Mizuno, and Hosokawa to face the right-hander Taira, who has been pretty smooth here tonight. By his own accord, he's only allowed 1 hit. Both of these pitchers have only allowed 1 hit in their so far innings of work. Line score 0-1-1 for the BayStars, 0-1-0 for the Fighters. So Tamiya striding to the bat. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out his first and only time up. We'll have to, once we get through the 5th inning, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled. I'm sure that we're going to be seeing some substitutes roll through here as we are less than a week away now from the start of the regular season. As the first pitch is on its way, it's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0 to Tamiya. Right-hander against the left-hander. Taira working quickly, ready to face off here against Tamiya, and he kicks and fires. Fastball swung on, grounded over to short, fielded neatly by Hayashi. He throws to first. That's going to retire Tamiya on a ground out, 6-3. 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Tatsuki Mizuno. Hard to tell if it was a two-seamer or more of a sinker out of the hand of Taira. Sinker is the cousin to the two-seamer. Couldn't really tell from the replay if he had moved it up, but the downward motion or movement of it leads me to believe that's exactly what that was. Here comes the first offering to the left-handed hitting Mizuno, and he's taking it for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Looks like we may have a pinch hitter on deck, so it's supposed to be Hosokawa, but looks like we're going to have somebody to hit for Hosokawa. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count now goes to 0-2. I haven't picked up the number quite yet. It looks like it is number 38, possibly. Hard to see the numbers sometimes on these jerseys. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and in, and the count goes to 1-2. Our friend Jason asks, on the 29th, are you doing Oryx? That would be the plan, Buffaloes and Hawks. So 1-2 here to Mizuno as the pitch is on the way. There's a fastball swung on. It is lifted down the left field line, and this ball is going to go foul. The count is 1-2. Luke says he's not happy about this league. So I guess I'd ask, why did you come? So 1-2 strikes it is to Mizuno. Waits here on the offering from the right-hander Taira. Kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on line right to the glove of the third baseman Nishikami. Mizuno hit the ball right on the screws, but he is going to be gone for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that's going to leave it all up. Well, it's supposed to be Ryosuke Hosokawa, but we're going to see who the Fighters are going to send in place instead. Couldn't quite tell if it was Kazunari Ishii. That's exactly who it is. It's going to be Ishii coming to bat here, as he is going to be replacing Hosokawa with 2 gone here in the 5th inning. He is 6 for 25 in the exhibition season. He's batting .240. First pitch is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So Kazunari Ishii here, batting from the left side, takes a breaking ball outside. And the count now is 1-1 strike. And he pitches on the way. It is a fastball swung on, and it's lifted foul into the seats, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1-2 strikes it is. So, like most of the night, Taira is ahead in the count here. Here comes the 1-2. The pitch is on the way. It is a breaking ball swung on and fouled right off the mask of the catcher. Count remains at 1-2 strikes. Ishii digs himself in, hitting from the left side. Waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from Taira. As Taira pumps and delivers. Breaking ball swung on, lifted into right center field. It's going to get down for a hit. 2-out single here by Ishii's got him aboard. And that is going to bring up the top of the order in Andrew Stevenson. I would not bat an eye to see Ishii potentially be running here. He gets gunned down. You got Stevenson to lead it off in the next inning. Good piece of hitting. Able to stay back on the ball and keep his hands inside it and hit that ball into right center field. Jason says Otaki is pitching for Hanshin, as the right-hander holds to the set, now delivers. Fastball misses down and away, and the count is 1-0 to Stevenson. Stevenson tonight 0 for 2. He has flown to left and flown to center in his 2 trips to the plate. Establishing the lead at first is Ishii. If we don't see maybe a straight steal, maybe a hit and run, good hitters count as he's in 1-0. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, waved that and missed. Count goes even to 1-1. Yeah, the matchup tonight would have been Otaki against Luis Castillo. Castillo, for the Buffaloes, had come over from the Chibolote Marines from last year. I've been interested to see him go. Fastball outside. There goes the runner down to second. The throw, it's in time, but it squirts away from the shortstop, Hayashi. That's a tough play. Infielders have got to be able to make that play. It had bounced in front of the base, came up, hit the glove of the shortstop, but that ball was definitely in time. If he catches that, it's definitely going to be the third out of the inning. But with that being said, it's now 2 balls and 1 strike, and Stevenson is in scoring position. Or I should say that the runner Ishii is in scoring position for Stevenson. So here comes the 2-1 pitch. As the right-hander Tyra works himself to the set. Checks the runner, now delivers. Breaking ball down, the count goes to 3-1. Friend Jason says the shortstop for the Tigers, that would be Seiya Kanami, I do believe. Says having a hard time tonight. As I mentioned, we were looking at doing that game earlier, had lineups prepared for this one and the other, but couldn't get a good feed for the Tigers and Buffaloes, or at least a reliable one. So we chose to do this one. We may look at a different one tomorrow night, not sure. Have to wait and see. Here's the 3-1 pitch. As the right-hander delivers, fastball swung on, tapped over to second softly, fielded by Mackey, throws to first. Stevenson's gone. He's out for out number 3. That's a ground out 4-3. And that'll do it here in the 5th inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left the board. We're through 5 complete. Your score is BayStars nothing, Fighters nothing. We're going to put the music or the chants on loop. Looks like there are going to be some changes. We're going to take our break, as we like to call this the Japanese halftime. We'll return in a few minutes with all the action in the top of the 6th. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in a few. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be a pitching change, as it's going to be Seguro Fukuda coming on in relief for the BayStars for the Fighters in this one against the BayStars. As it looks like there are some changes at second base, at shortstop, and behind the plate. We'll have to get you caught up on some of those. Looks like Tori Fushimi is going to be taking over catching duties. Looks like it could be Ishii is staying in the ball game at second base. We didn't catch who is going to be the shortstop in this one, who is going to be taking over for Hoshikawa, who has left the ball game. So the Keystone players are out of the ball game. We'll try to get you caught up on that as soon as we can. Of course, that was Mizuno, who was playing second base. Looks like Ishii is there, but now the question is, who is the shortstop? Well, coming to bat here for the BayStars, it's slated to be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Hayashi, Taira, and Watari to come to bat, but I would assume the pitcher may be gone by the end of this one. First pitch fastball is taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Left-hander against the left-hander. Fukuda kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that just misses outside, and the count runs even to 1-1. I would expect a pitching parade the rest of the way in this one, as the 1-1 pitch is on the way. Fastball swung on and fouled away down the left field line, and the count now goes to 1-2. So the spot in the batting order, I would assume it is going to be Mizuno in the 8th spot and Fushimi, who is going to be behind the plate. But although it looks like it may be Mizuno who has moved over to short, so he's going to stay in the ball game. As there's a fastball that misses outside, the count is now 2-2. So Fushimi, the former Oryx Buffalo, in his second year with the Fighters. As the lefty Fukuda holds to the set. Now he delivers. Fastball misses inside, and the count goes to 3-2 to Hayashi. So 3 balls and 2 strikes it is. Jason says it's now 2-1 for the Tigers, as he's following that game. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Hayashi as he bats here with in the leadoff spot, and there is a fastball that misses. That's going to be ball 4, and he is going to be aboard here with a leadoff walk in the 6th inning. We're going to see who's coming to bat next, as it is the pitcher spot. It's supposed to be Taira. I would think that at this point here, both of the starters could be gone. We'll see what their decision is here, and it does look like, who do we have? Oh, it is going to be Taira still to bat. And I would bet dollars to donuts he's going to be bunting here, and that's exactly what it looks like. So he is squaring himself around. It's going to work on something for them. Try to get the runner Hayashi into a scoring position. So here we go. Here's the pitch, and it's a fastball. Take it for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. We're crashing in on both sides of the infield. Both the first baseman and third baseman were coming in hard. Catcher Fushimi is out in front of the plate, flashing the defensive signals. as he goes back behind the dish. So left-hander against the right-hander as he works to the set position. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses outside, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Again, Fushimi out in front of the plate. He's flashing the signs defensively to the defense here. Taira steps in, 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's the pitch. Again, he squares the bunt. This one misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. So Fukuda has come in, and he's definitely not on song as of yet. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Taira. Lefty again working to the belt. Here comes the pitch. It's on its way. It's a fastball swung on. It's bunted, fielded by the pitcher Fukuda. He throws to first. That's going to go down as a sacrifice. 1-4 on the putout. Taira gone at first. Hayashi advances over to second. It's going to bring up the top of the order in the right fielder, Ryuki Watari. So Watari comes to bat with the runner at second. He is 0 for 2 in this one. He's grounded to second and grounded to first in his 2 trips to the plate. Batting from the left side against the left-hander Fukuda. As Fukuda checks the runner over at second, now delivers. Fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field. Moving back, and this is going to be played off the wall by Manami. Rounding third and heading home with the first run of the ball game is Hayashi, and he has been traded places with as Watari has got himself a double and an RBI, and the BayStars have taken a 1-0 lead here in the 6th inning. And just like that, the scoring has been opened. So BayStars in the lead, 1-0 here. That is going to bring up the third baseman, Taiki Ishikami. It's hard to keep the bats of the BayStars silenced for long, but the pitcher, Kato, had got his work in. They're going to be more interested in having him ready for next weekend. They don't need to run him up for 100-plus pitches in an exhibition game. So here comes the first offering. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on. Breaks the bat of Ishikami. Fielded easily by the first baseman, Austin, who steps on the bag. It is going to advance Watari over to third. That goes down as a ground out to 3. He's in the books for number 2. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Kaida Sano. As we're doing this game here tonight, we're a little bit raspy. I don't know if that's got to do with the weather or pretty much had a day today where I didn't have to do a lot of talking. But Sano steps to the plate. He is 0 for 2 in this one. He has flown out to right, and he has grounded to short. Our voice is not in mid-season form yet. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded softly to second. Fielded by Ishii, throws to first. Sano's in the books, but they do get a run in the inning, do the BayStars, as they have opened up the scoring in this one. Your score here, they got 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 1 hit, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We are now through 5.5. Your score is the BayStars 1 and the Fighters no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in a few. Appreciate you for hanging out with us tonight, whether you listen live or on delay. It's always great to have you around. We'll be back in just a bit. Welcome back, everyone. It is going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to come to bat for the Fighters in their half of the 6th inning. Matsumoto, Manami, and Martinez, the 3 M's, slated to hit here. We're going to update to see if it is still going to be Tyra in the ball game, or if the BayStars themselves have gone to the bullpen. We haven't got any confirmation yet here. But once we do that, we'll let you know. But I have a feeling they're going to be staying with their starter for yet another inning. So Matsumoto tonight, 0 for 2. He has popped to second and grounded to second his 2 trips to the plate. And the first pitch is on the way from the right-hander, and it is a ball that is bunted down the third baseline, and it just goes foul. Matsumoto trying to bunt his way on. Count is quickly 0-1. Jason says the others he believes are over. Scoring roundup from around the NPB in the bottom of the 5th inning. Giants and Eagles locked at 0. Top of the 6th inning, the Marines are up 1-0 on the Dragons. Tigers have a 3-1 lead over the Buffaloes. That's in the bottom of the 5th. And the only final score right now is the Hawks have knocked off the Carp 5-1. The other game slated to go off later tonight are the Lions and the Swallows. Fastball swung on, grounded over to third, fielded by the third baseman, Ishikami. He throws to first, and that is going to retire Matsumoto on a ground out 5-3. He's going to go in the books for out number 1. Let's bring up the right fielder, Chusei Manami. So 1 quickly in the books here. Manami striding to the plate. He is officially 0 for 1 tonight. Grounded to third and walked in his 2 trips to the plate. Manami batting from the right side. 10 for 41 in the exhibition season. Only 1 homer and 4 runs driven in. As the right-hander kicks and he fires, it's a fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side, and the count is quickly 0-1. We are going to start doing our NPB picks again. I don't know if I can't do it for the whole year because I'm going to be away in August again this year, and that's going to make it very difficult. Can't do the picks from the location I'm at, as there is a fastball that just misses up and away, and the count is 1-1 to Manami. But we did it last year, and boy, we weren't very good. It is hard to pick baseball. We don't even need to pick spreads. We just have to pick the games. Here's the 1-1. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-1 on Manami. Not an easy thing to do, especially when you get into bullpens of teams. So you can have the one team that their starter is really good. They get into the bullpen and they lose the game. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Split finger pitch, swung on and missed, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Manami. Jason's watching that game and said it was an error by the second baseman. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch to Manami on the way. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count is now 3-2. Manami had tied for the Pacific League in home runs last year, as he tied with Gregory Polanco, and I believe it was Hideo Asamura off the top of my head for the Eagles. A 3-way tie for the Pacific League. Manami, the young player, having a breakout season in the 2023 campaign. A lot expected of him again this year. A trajectory of improvement should be coming along. Here's the 3-2. Breaking ball swung on. This ball's lined into left field for a base hit. And he's aboard with a 1-out single. Second time tonight he has reached base, and that will bring up the first baseman, Ariel Martinez. Well, speaking of errors, Martinez in the last half inning, or the last inning that he'd come to bat in the fourth, he reached on an error by the second baseman Shugo Maki. Ball was hit right to Maki. It was a tailor-made double play ball, and Maki had booted it. He wasn't able to get at least one of the outs. So Martinez, the batter here, as he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out looking, and he has reached on the error. He pitches a breaking ball, swung on it, is chopped foul down the third baseline. Count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and one strike. Looking forward to doing the live commentary, and especially next week we'll be doing the season opener between the Buffaloes and the Hawks. Hopefully you can make it in here with us. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 1-1 on Martinez. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Curious to see who they're going to be slating as their opening day starters. We should know some of that information here in the next couple of days, if some of them haven't already been announced yet. As the 1-1 is on the way, fastball swung on, popped up, and to shallow right field. Coming in on it is the right fielder, and that is Watari, who's there to make the catch. Martinez gone for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to the third baseman, Yuki Nomura. Well, for Nomura tonight, he has flown to center and he has flown to right. Actually, lined to right field his last time up, hit the ball well. Just right to the right fielder, Watari. Well-pitched ball game so far for both of these teams tonight. And there's the first pitch that is a fastball swung through and missed. Count is quickly 0-1 to Nomura. That was of the split finger variety. So here comes the 0-1 offering as Tyra holds to the set. Now he steps off the backside of the mound and checks the runner back to first. Now we're ready to do this again. Here comes the offering. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball misses outside. The count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. I'll have to make a decision tomorrow as far as which game we're going to do tomorrow. As we mentioned, we wanted to try to get to see everybody. Maybe we'll have to look to see if tomorrow's game is the Swallows and the Lions. If they're playing earlier, we might try to get that one. Breaking ball misses down. Count is 2-1. Wouldn't mind seeing somebody else. We're not going to get to everybody. As I said, haven't done the Buffaloes or the Tigers yet. Was wanting to knock them off. I've already seen the Fighters. Seen the Giants. Seen the Lions. Seen the Carp. Can always wait for the Hawks and the Buffaloes for next week. We'll get to see them Friday for the first time. And then I'll have to make some decisions as far as what we're going to stay with. We may stay with that entire series for the weekend. Should be a tantalizing series, a test to see who's going to be in the climax final of the Pacific League. And I think that's going to be your matchup, Buffaloes and Hawks, as that breaking ball misses away. Count now 3-1 to Nomura. 1-0 here for the BayStars as the Fighters are batting in the bottom of the 6th inning. There's 2 out. Manami, the runner at first. 3-1 to Nomura as he waits on the offering here from Tyra, who kicks and fires. Fastball swung on and lifted foul over behind the seats at first base. It's going to run the count full now to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Nomura. Waiting on deck is the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes. I'm sure that the BayStars would not prefer to face Reyes with runners on base. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. As Nomura waits, Taira works to the set, checks the runner. Now he kicks and fires. Fastball swung on. It's lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats well behind the first base dugout, and the count remains at 3-2. "80 pitches now for the right-hander. As he gets himself ready to go again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Manami will be on the move once the pitcher delivers to the plate. There comes the 3-2 offering. Again, waiting here as the right-hander holds set. And he kicks and fires. Fastball swung on, and again, fastball flies into the seats behind the first base dugout, and the count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, we've had a couple of marathon at-bats tonight, but that has been more on the other side of the ledger. The BayStars have battled the pitcher Kato and Fukuda at length. This time here, it is now going to be an 8-pitch at-bat for Nomura. First time tonight that they have taken the pitcher Taira a little bit deeper. As the pitch is delivered, it is a fastball that misses down. That's going to be ball 4. And that's going to walk Nomura here. It's going to advance Manami over to second. That's only the second walk tonight issued by Taira. That's going to bring up Franmil Reyes to the plate. Well, Reyes tonight is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also bounced into a fielder's choice. So he's got a chance here to get the Fighters back in the ball game, or at least on even terms. 82 pitches now for the right-hander Taira. So Reyes waggling the bat, 7 for 39. As the right-hander checks the runner at second, now delivers a fastball that misses outside, and the count is quickly 1-0 to Reyes. So 1 ball and no strikes. Big fella waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering. As the right-hander checks the runner Manami at second, now he kicks and fires. Fastball swung on, grounded up the middle, fielded neatly by the shortstop. Hayashi flips it over to Maki at second. That's going to retire Nomura on a fielder's choice. He's gone 6-4. And that is going to do it here, as that will be it for the Fighters in their inning. While they strand a pair, no runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 6 complete. Your score is the BayStars 1, the Fighters no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back at the top of the 7th when we return right after this. Welcome back, everybody. The Fighters have gone to their bullpen, and we are going to see the right-hander. It's going to be Patrick Murphy coming on in relief, as he has appeared in 6 games in the exhibition season. He's got an ERA of 4.91. So he is going to be slated to face Shugo Maki, Tyler Austin, and Masayuki Kuwahara, the heart of the batting order for the BayStars. So the right-hander Murphy, another former Washington National, on in relief. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses down and away to Maki, and the count is quickly 1-0. Saw Murphy pitch earlier in the exhibition season. He looked pretty good. There's a fastball swung on and missed. That one was poured in at 97 miles an hour. So 1-1 it is to Shugo Maki. Right-hander Murphy rocks into the windup and delivers. Fastball check swing fouled away by Maki, and the count goes to 1-2. You can see why there's a lot to like about Murphy. Even at a major league level, power arm here. There's a breaking ball that's down. They appeal over to the third base umpire or first base umpire, but they say Maki didn't go, and the count goes even to 2-2. So that is one power arm here on the hill. Here comes the 2-2 offering. Fastball swung on, and this is lifted foul in behind the seats over on the first base side. The count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Murphy gets the sign. He rocks into the delivery. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow center field. Coming in hard and making the catch is the center fielder Matsumoto. That's going to retire Maki for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 away. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Tyler Austin. Well, for Austin, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has flown out to right field, and he has struck out his 2 trips to the plate. Seeing Murphy for the first time in this one. As we mentioned in the previous innings, it'll be a pitching parade here on out for the Fighters, one would think. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1 to Austin. Murphy painted the outside corner at the knees. That's a tough pitch. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses outside. The count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Fighters and BayStars. Game is 1-0 lead for the BayStars here. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow center field, and it's going to bleed down for a base hit in front of Matsumoto. Austin is aboard with a single. So a 1-out single here is going to bring up the center fielder, Masayuki Kuwahara. Looked like he just got it off the end of the bat. I don't know if he got good wood on it. He was able to get it down in front of the center fielder, Matsumoto. As Austin looks like that might be the end of his night. Round of applause from the BayStars. They're going to have a pinch runner for Tyler Austin at first. His number is 67. It looks like it's Kenji Nishikami. So Nishikami, the runner at first, as Murphy fires over, and diving back in time as the diminutive infielder of the BayStars. So Kuwahara at the plate. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down, and the count goes to 1-0 on Kuwahara. Kuwahara tonight is 0 for 2. He's bounced into a fielder's choice, and he has popped to second in his 2 trips to the plate. Two for 6 in the exhibition season for Kuwahara, as he swings at a fastball and fouls that one off, and the count now goes to 1-1. This is definitely a stadium I'd love to be able to get to. It might be on the docket for 2025. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that schedule yet. The Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters, probably the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Once the schedule comes out, be able to see who's around and who is not. Hopefully they'll be playing a similar time. Here's the 1-1. Fastball taken, and the throw is down to second base as the runner is off to the races. And it's going to be safe. Tori Fushimi's throw not in time. It's going to be a stolen base for the pinch runner. Didn't get a chance to see if that was a ball or a strike to Kuwahara. We're going to look at the replay. The throw was in time. The ball bounced in front of the base. It took the glove of the infielder, Ishii, up. And then he had to come down and reapply the tag. He did a nice job to be able to receive the ball. Breaking ball swung on, grounded over to second. Oh, poor piece of base running by the runner at second base. Not going to advance over to third. The ball was up the middle, but it was to the right side of second base. Ishii fielded it, threw Kuwahara out at first on a ground out 4-3, but the base runner did not advance to third base. Oh, that could come back to haunt the BayStars. So not very good decision-making on behalf of the base runner at second. I wonder if he thought that maybe Murphy was going to field the ball, and that's why he froze. Well, that's going to bring up a pinch hitter here as Yamamoto's day is done. It looks like we've got ourselves Miyazaki coming up to do the pinch hitting coming off the bench. So Toshiro Miyazaki on to pinch hit. The first pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. So that's going to most likely spell the end of the night for Yamamoto. Well, it will spell the end of the night for Yamamoto. The question is will Miyazaki stay in the ballgame? So here comes the 0-1. Murphy delivers. Fastball misses outside, and the count goes to 1-1 on Miyazaki. Very dangerous hitter. Had a great first half of the season last year for the BayStars. Cooled off in the second half, but he was absolutely pounding the ball. His batting average was up in the range of 400 for much of the first couple of months. So here comes the 1-1. As the right-hander holds set, checks the runner at second, now delivers. Fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. Coming hard is Manami, and he makes the catch. Oh, a bit of a shoestring catch there it was for Manami. That's going to put Miyazaki away. He hits the ball hard, right to the glove of the right fielder, and that will do it here for the third out of the inning. No runs in the inning. There was a hit. No errors, and one runner left the board. We're going to the bottom of the seventh. Your score is the BayStars 1 and the Fighters 0. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit with all the action. Appreciate you guys for sticking around with us tonight. It's a quiet night here on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel, but that's okay. It's all going to get going for real next week. Hang tight, everybody.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred with Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. Welcome back, everybody. We do have a pitching change, and it looks like it is going to be Rowan Wick on the mound for the Yokohama DeNA BayStars. Rowan Wick is a North Vancouver, British Columbia native. I'm just going to double check that that is him, but it's got all the markings of Wick. That is for sure. Wick had spent time with the Chicago Cubs at the big league level. He also pitched with the Padres. On top of it, he was originally drafted by the St. Louis Cardinals as a catcher. And he hit 20 homers one year in the minors. But his high strikeout rate as a hitter ended up was encouraged to get off the mound and get off of out from behind the backstop and get on the mound. So Wick is on in relief here. It's his first year in the Japanese league. There's a new catcher for the BayStars and a new first baseman as well. We'll have to catch up with that as we move along here. But Wick on in relief, so we'll see how he is going to do. He's going to be slated to face Fushimi, Mizuno, and Ishii. But it looks like we may have it looks like Fushimi is up to bat. First pitch is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is quickly 0-1. Fushimi waiting here. There's a fastball swung on and it's fouled straight back. That one came in on the hands. And so Wick ahead 0-2 here. That was at 95 miles an hour. Wick did not spend any time with the Cubs last year at the major league level. He was down in AAA, and then he ended up getting a release, signed on with the Toronto Blue Jays. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, fastball swung on. It is lifted foul over on the first base side. Giving chase is the first baseman who makes the grab. And that is going to retire Fushimi on a pop out to the first baseman. It's Yamato who is now at first, who has taken over the duties for Tyler Austin. We'll have to get a look to see where he's going to slot into the batting order. I'd be curious to see Rowan Wick swing the bat, actually, in this game as well, if he gets that opportunity. Wick is actually batting in the 7th spot in the batting order. And the first pitch is a fastball that catches the inside corner for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Mizuno. Mizuno 0 for 2 tonight. He is flown to center and lined to the third baseman. Wick gets his sign, and he works to the belt. And here comes the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 0-2. Wick certainly getting an opportunity. I remember talking to his dad a few years ago, and he was concerned about Rowan getting a call to the big leagues or not. And then he got a call and made some money. But there was offers on the table to go overseas a few years ago. As fastball swung on and fouled away. The count remains 0-2. So certainly getting an opportunity to cash in a little bit here and extend his career. Eventually got to get paid for playing this game here and set yourself up for the rest of your life. Here's the 0-2. Fastball swung on and missed, and that's going to retire Mizuno. He goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up the second baseman, Kazunori Ishii. So good old-fashioned heat challenging the hitters. Mizuno could not catch up to that fastball from Wick. So Ishii striding to the plate. He is 1 for 1 tonight. He came on and replaced Hosokawa back in the 5th inning. He takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike. So Wick is doing his job tonight. He has thrown 8 pitches, and every single one has been for a strike so far in this one. Here's the 0-1. Pitch on the way. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lashed into left field. It's just past the glove of the third baseman, and that's going to be a 2-out single for Ishii. That's going to bring the top of the order up in Andrew Stevenson. So runner at first with 2 gone, and Stevenson striding to the plate. He is 0 for 3 in this one. He has flown to left, he has flown to center, and he has grounded to second. Establishing his lead over there at first base is Ishii. Here comes the pitch from Wick. As he kicks and delivers, fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 0-1. This is almost like the pitcher for the Seattle Mariners, George Kirby, like 10 pitches, all strikes so far for Wick. Jason says pitcher number 130 is now pitching for the Buffaloes. That's always fun to watch when they bring in the training guys. Fastball catches the outside corner, and it's taken for a called strike, and the count's now 0-2 to Stevenson. So Wick ahead in the count here again. 11 pitches, all strikes. Jason says it's Ono now pitching in that ball game. Here's the 0-2. Fastball swung on, line to the shortstop, and a nice catch there by Hayashi, and that is going to do it as Stevenson is retired for out number 3. So impressive outing by Wick, 12 pitches, all strikes, as he is able to take care of the Fighters in this one. No runs in the inning. There was a hit. No errors, 1 runner left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 8th inning. Your score is the BayStars won, the Fighters no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a bit. Appreciate you for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a few with all the action in just a bit. Scoreline is 1-1. We'll be back in just a few. Again, it is BayStars beating the Fighters 1-0. We'll be back in just a few.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But, Freddie's coming back. I got to go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the top of the 8th inning, and slated to come to bat is Hayashi, and then the original pitcher spot with Tyra, and we'll have to get the change there. And then, of course, Watari. But we do have a pitching change as the Fighters have gone to their bullpen. Another left-hander is coming out, and this is Ryuhei Kataru. So he is taking over here. This will be the fourth pitcher used tonight. So Ryuhei Kataru in relief. And we'll just get the specs on him in just a moment. There are some other changes as well, as the Fighters have a new left fielder. We'll have to get that one for you as the game progresses. Sometimes with the wholesale changes and everything here, it's a little bit more of a challenge. It is Hayashi who is batting, and he takes a first pitch up and away. Count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Fastball swung on, lifted into left field, giving chase, and making the grab is the new left fielder. As Andrew Stevenson's night is done, we have to get that one updated for you as well. It looks like it is Isobata who makes the catch. So 1 away here as Hayashi is retired, and that was going to bring up the pitcher spot. But it is now going to be the catcher who is in that spot for Yokohama. And it is one of the second team catchers who is in. This is Shion Matsu. So Matsu batting here. 7 for 18 in the exhibition season. Takes a breaking ball for a called strike. Count is quickly 0-1. And there's the breaking ball that is waved at and missed, and the count now goes to 0-2 to Matsu. So Matsu had entered the game in the last half inning as the catcher. Here's the pitch, and there's a fastball that swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. He stays alive. Count remains at 0-2. It'll be the top of the order, Watari, who is supposed to bat next. So here's the 0-2. Fastball that just moves the hitter off the plate. Oh, he came inside. Almost hit him, but 1 ball and 2 strikes to Matsu. Lefty kicks and delivers again, working quickly. Fastball swung on, tapped foul over on the third base side. So Kataru wastes very little time. He gets the ball and gets right after it. So 1 ball and 2 strikes as the lefty kicks and fires. There's another breaking ball swung on and fouled away. The count remains at 1-2. Nice job by Matsu to stay alive. This game here has really flipped along for us tonight. The pitch on the way, fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field. Moving over and making the catch is Isobata. So he's been a busy man. He's come into the ball game and he's had 2 putouts. I'm going through my scorecard. I only see Andrew Stevenson with 1 through the whole first 7 innings of the game. And now, back-to-back batters have kept Isobata paying attention. So this is going to bring up the top of the order. And Watari, he is 1 for 3 tonight. A double in 3 trips. He's also driven in the game's only run. As the pitch is on the way, it's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Giving chase was Ishii. Manami was coming in, and Watari is aboard again with a base hit. He's got a 2-out single, and that's going to bring up Taiki Ishikami, or it's slated to bring up Ishikami. So the runner at first, Watari, we'll keep an eye on him. He can run a little bit. We'll see if they put him in motion. Ishikami here at the plate. And here comes the first offering, but instead they throw over to first and diving back in time. I'll take a quick peek here to see if there have been any further changes that we could pick up on. Lefty kicks and delivers. Fastball just misses low, and the count goes to 1-0 on Ishikami. Last pitch came in at 90 miles an hour. The lefty works to the belt, checks the runner at first, and here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. This game here has moved along at a very, very quick pace. Top of the 8th inning here with a 1-0 BayStar lead. Fastball misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. As the lefty again works to the set position. He checks the runner at first, and again he throws over to first base and diving back in time as the base runner. As we said, whether you listen live or on delay, we appreciate everybody for coming into the ball game tonight. And there's a fastball swung on it. It is lifted foul behind home plate. Off to the races was Watari, but he's going to have to retreat to first base. It's going to run the count now to 2-2 on Ishikami. But a quiet crowd tonight, although our friend Jason has picked up the pace in the chat room for us. We appreciate you for that. Not a lot of folks listening in on this one for the live, but hopefully on the replay. Breaking ball waved out and missed, and that's going to do it. Ishikami in the books for out number 3. And that will do it here. No runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and there was a runner stranded aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. Fighters will have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to come to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Stay tuned. More action to come in just a few. got a 1-0 scoreline. We're moving to the bottom of the 8th. We'll be back in just a bit. We appreciate you guys for hanging with us. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be Matsumoto, Manami, and Martinez slated to come to bat, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters. We're going to check to see what the BayStars are doing on their end. It looks like we do have a pitching change here, as Rowan Wick's night is done. It's going to be number 13, Hiromo Ishii, on in relief. 3 appearances thus far, has got an ERA of 3.00. Be the third pitcher used tonight by Yokohama. Looks like we also have a change at third base tonight, as it would appear that the night is over for Ishikami. We'll have to get you caught up on that number in a little bit. So Hiromo Ishii on in relief. They've got to get 6 outs to close this one out. The BayStars would come away with a victory. Well, Matsumoto and Manami and Martinez will have something to say in this one, I am sure. So bottom of the 8th inning, 1-0 for the BayStars, as the right-hander ready to go to work. Ishii now kicks and delivers. First pitch fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Matsumoto tonight is 0 for 3. He has popped to second, grounded to second, and grounded to third in his 3 trips to the dish, as the right-hander works to the belt. And the pitch is on the way. Breaking ball that catches the outside corner, and the count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Matsumoto. So no balls and 2 strikes as the right-hander works to the belt. Ishii kicks and delivers. Fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Right-hander again holding set at the belt. He kicks and he fires. There's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is looped into right center field, and it's going to get down softly for a base hit just in front of the center fielder, Kuwahara. That's going to be a base hit for Matsumoto, as he's got himself a leadoff single here. That's going to bring up Chusei Manami. And that looks like it's going to be the end of the night for Matsumoto. He's going to get high fives all the way around, as they're going to pinch run for him. And the dangerous Chusei Manami coming to the plate. He is 1 for 2 tonight. He's got a single in 3 trips. He's also drawn a walk. So a good piece of hitting there by Matsumoto. And the pinch runner who is in the ball game will have to get a name. It looks like it's Taiga Igoshi, one of the other outfielders, as they throw over to first, and diving back in time is Igoshi. So the right-hander delivers a fastball taken for a called strike, and he's ahead of the count of Manami now at 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. I'd have to say, if there's an opportunity for the Fighters to tie it up or take the lead, this would be it here. They've got the better hitters in the order coming up with Manami, Martinez, Demura, and Reyes. They've got to do some damage. Here goes the runner down to second. The throw down, it's in time. Oh, a nice play there by the catcher, Matsu, who throws out the runner, and that's going to retire the pinch runner. That's going to be caught stealing. 2-4 on the putout. He's gone for the first out of the inning. I didn't get to see if that was a ball or a strike to Manami. We'll get that in just a moment here. Good throw, and it was in time. Ooh, wonder if they'll replay that. No, they're not going to replay it. It looked like it was in time. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Manami, and the pitch is on the way from Isi. Fastball swung on and missed, and Manami in the books for out number 2. So just like that, the BayStars have 2 in the books, and that's going to leave it up to the first baseman, Ariel Martinez. Well, for Martinez tonight, he is officially 0 for 3. He has struck out looking. He has reached on an error, and he has flown out to right field. So Manami could not do the job, and nor could the base runner for Matsumoto. So here comes the first pitch now to Martinez, and it is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Martinez waggling the bat, the right-hander EC ready to deliver. He kicks and he fires. Breaking ball swung on, tap foul over on the third base side. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Martinez waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from the right-hander, who is ready to deliver. Here comes the pitch. He kicks and delivers. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-2 on Martinez. Martinez is a dangerous hitter for sure. They got to keep their eye on him. They got him in the hole at 1-2, so he is on his heels a bit here. Against DC, here comes the 1-2. Right-hander works himself to the set. Even though nobody's on, he's pitching from the stretch. And the 1-2 is on the way. Fastball swung on and lifted foul behind home plate. On the first base side of the plate. The count is 1-2 to Martinez. We're here in the bottom of the 8th inning. There's 2 gone. Martinez is batting here, and there's a 1-0 lead for the BayStars. Right-hander works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. EC delivers. Fastball for a called third strike. Oh, that's the second time tonight Martinez has stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 3, and that is going to do it. No runs in the inning. 1 hit by the Fighters. No errors, nobody left on base. We are now through 8 complete. Your score: Yokohama 1, Hokkaido no score. We'll be back in just a bit. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Top of the 9th coming your way in just a couple moments. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We do have a pitching change as it is going to be the right-hander, number 22, Toshiro Segura, who is coming into the ball game here for the Fighters. This is going to be the fifth pitcher used here tonight by the manager, Shinjo. So we'll see how this one finishes off here this evening. There is a new center fielder as Go Matsumoto is out of the ball game. We'll have to get that one for you in just a couple moments. So it is going to be Toshiro Segura in relief. So Segura ready to go, and he is going to be slated to face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the batting order. That means Sanomaki coming to bat. In the first pitch, he delivers a fastball swung. This ball is belted into deep right field. Moving over underneath it is Manami, and with one pitch, there is one away. He sent it for a ride, did Sano. But he is going to be retired for the first out of the inning. So one up and one away, and that'll bring up Shugo Maki to the plate. As we said, there's been quite a few changes in the ball game thus far. So we'll have to keep you up on some of those as we move along. Yamato is the third hitter slated to come to bat in this inning as he had replaced Tyler Austin. And the first pitch to Maki is a breaking ball that misses down for ball one. Maki tonight is 1 for 3. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also stolen a base. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. It's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. Counts 1-1. The catcher dropped the ball there. Tori Fushimi, usually you got to make those catchers earn that pitch. So 1 ball and 1 strike as the right-hander kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. And the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Shugo Maki. This game here has been at an incredible pace. We're 2 hours and 18 minutes deep. And it has been moving along really, really quickly. Fastball taken down and away, and the count now goes to 2-2. Attendance for tonight's game, a little bit busier than it was when we saw them play the Giants. 15,266 is your paid attendance for this one. Here comes the 2-2. Pitch, it's a fastball that just misses down and away to Maki, and the count now goes to 3-2. So Segura is going to have his hands full here. This is going to be the next offering to Shugo Maki. As the pitch is delivered, fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into right field. Drifting back in front of the warning track. He's there. He makes the catch. Is Chusei Manami. Shugo Maki gone for the second out. Busy inning so far here for the right fielder Manami. He's made both of the putouts. That is going to bring up to bat Yamato. This is Yamato's first appearance hitting tonight. He came in to pinch run for Tyler Austin a couple innings ago, and there's a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count is a 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. 6 for 18 in the exhibition season for Yamato. He's hitting .333. Swings and fouls that one away, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is to Yamato. As the right-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. Grounded to second. Fielded by Ishii. Throws to first. That's going to do it. It's a ground out 4-3, and that is 3 in the books here for the BayStars. They go quietly, and they're clinging to a 1-run lead as they go to the bottom of the 9th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. Last half inning of this one coming up, as it will be Nomura, Reyes, and Fushimi slated to come to bat. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight. Whether you listen live or on delay, it is always great to have you around. We'll be right back in just a bit after this from our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check him out after the game or when you get a chance.
Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game, really exciting, lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course, I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in, check them out, leave a like, tell other people. But Freddie's coming back. I gotta go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
1-0 scoreline for the BayStars. They're going to try to finish this one off here. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Hang tight, everybody. Appreciate you for being with us tonight. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Yasuki Yamazaki coming in to try to close this one out. You do have a couple of defensive changes. We'll have to try to get those ones for you as we move along. But Yamazaki has completed his warm-up tosses. And we are ready to resume the action here in just a moment. So he is slated to face Nomura, Reyes, and Fushimi, as they are looking to try to tie the game up or eventually walk it off. And the first pitch is a fastball ticket for a called strike. Count is 0-1. Nomura tonight is officially 0 for 2. He has flown to center, flown to right, and he has walked. As the 0-1 is on the way, and it's a fastball that misses down, and the count now is 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Appreciate Jason for hanging around with us tonight. We'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow night, so hopefully you can pop in. And this is a fastball swung on, and it is a line foul into the third base dugout. Count goes to 1-2. We'll be back on again. As I said, we may have to make an adjustment for what we're going to call tomorrow night, but we'll look at that a little bit later to see if there's how that's going to go. I was not planning to do this one tonight. Was looking at the Tigers and the Buffaloes, but unfortunately that one didn't come to fruition. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Pitch is a fastball. Take it for a called third strike. Oh, Nomura watched that one go by. He's gone for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away. Jason says he's got to do some umpiring tomorrow. Yeah, and tomorrow comes pretty quick. So 1 gone here at the bottom of the 9th inning, and that's going to bring up the designated hitter. It's supposed to bring up the designated hitter, Franmil Reyes. We'll see if Reyes is indeed coming to bat here. And that's exactly who it is. Reyes waiting here, and the first pitch is a breaking ball swung on. It's lined into left center field. It's down for a base hit. Reyes is aboard with a single. And that is going to bring up the catcher, Tori Fushimi. So we'll see if the Fighters can keep this one alive here, as that is going to do it for Reyes, as he's going to give me pinch run for. So Reyes loops it into left field. His night will be over. He had 2 hits tonight, did Reyes. Also bounced into 2 fielders' choices. They're going to need a lot more out of that than just singles from the Franimal. That's not a bad start for him. The pinch runner that's coming into the ball game for Reyes is Yamato. Check that, not Yamato. Looking at the wrong roster. It's number 9. That would be Takuya Nakashima. But it does look like we may have a pinch hitter for Fushimi, so we'll get that for you in just a second as well. First pitch, breaking ball that just misses inside. Count is 1-0. Looks like it is Jinji Miura. Well, I don't know if that's Miura or not. That's number 30. That's what we have on our roster. I'll take a look to see what the roster shows us here. It's number 30. Is it 39? Is it 30? It's hard to see the gold lettering. 30. Fastball swung on, lifted into left field. Moving over underneath it is the BayStars left fielder. He's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire. I'll have to go back and take a look at that again. Make sure we're looking at the right piece. It looks like it was Yuya Gunji who was there to pinch hit. But he is retired for the second out of the inning. So Gunji is done. And that's going to leave it up to the second baseman, Mizuno. But we'll have to see if Mizuno's going to get pinch hit for. Nope, Mizuno's going to come to bat for himself. He tonight is 0 for 3. He has flown to center, lined to third, and struck out. So Mizuno batting from the left side. Runner on first and 2 gone here. And instead, stepping off the back side of the mound is Yamazaki. We'll do this all over again here in a moment. So Yamazaki works to the set. Here comes the pitch. Breaking ball outside. Home plate umpire says he doesn't go. They appeal to the third base umpire. They say Mizuno didn't go either. So 1 ball and no strikes. Fighters are down to their last at bat here in this one. So Mizuno waiting here on the offering. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Yamazaki delivers. Fastball misses down and in. The count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. This game here has been very quick to be played. 1-4-1 for the BayStars. 0-6-0 for the Fighters. That's your line score in this one tonight. 2 balls, no strikes to Mizuno. Yamazaki delivers. Split finger pitch swung on and missed. The count goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. It's Kazunori Ishii who is waiting his turn on deck should Mizuno find a way on base. Our friend Titus is still listening. Hope you're feeling better, Titus. Hopefully you can join us again tomorrow night. Here comes the 2-1. As the right-hander Yamazaki delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded up the middle. Fielded by the shortstop, Hayashi, who steps on the bag, and that is going to do it. As the pinch runner is retired at second base on the fielder's choice to 6 for out number 3. No runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and there was 1 left aboard. Your final score, Yokohama 1, Hokkaido 0. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. We'll wrap this baby up for you and give you all the out-of-town scores, and then we'll call it a night. Hang tight. We'll be right back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. Well, this one was a pretty quick one here. We can give you the final score. It was 1-0 for the BayStars. The only run came back in the 6th inning when Takuma Hayashi led off the inning with a walk. He was sacrificed over to second by the pitcher Kentaro Taira. And then it was a Ryuki Watari double that drove home Hayashi with the only one run of the ball game. And your final score was the BayStars 1 and the Fighters no score. Getting the win in this one was Takayuki Kato. And taking the lump in this one here, check that. It was Kentaro Taira who got the win. Taking the loss in this one here was Suguro Fukuda. And that is how this one worked out tonight. All right, everybody, we'll take a quick peek at around the scoreboard around the NPB. Then we'll wave the white flag and call it a night for us. Other scores from around the NPB in the top of the 8th inning, it is a 1-0 lead for the Yomiuri Giants over the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles. Bottom of the 8th inning, it is at the Bantalin Dome. It is the Chinichi Dragons all locked up at ones with the Chibalote Marines. Top of the 9th at the Kyocera Dome, it is a 4-2 lead for the Tigers over the Buffaloes. And a final from earlier tonight, the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks knocked off the Hiroshima Carp 5-1. Those are your finals from around the NPB. All right, everybody. Well, once again, we appreciate you listening to Last Raps Baseball's YouTube channel. We're going to call it a night. Our friend God is Great says, yay, boy, Yokohama. We appreciate you for listening. Our friend Jason, who is chatting away in the chat, working like a demon all by himself. Thank you for being here tonight as well. And everybody else who happened to pop in, whether you listen live or on delay, it's great that you guys are here to check us out. Okay, once again, have a great night, everybody. We will catch you on the flip side, and that'll be tomorrow night. Check our schedule. We'll be updating if it's going to be these same two teams again, or if we're going to bring in one of the other ball games as well. Have a great night, everybody.